As we are all aware, we are in the midst of a global pandemic of COVID-19 infection. And in the midst of all this, when our concerns are focused on the COVID infection and its outcomes, we are all wondering, how are our cardiac patients dealing with this new situation of the COVID pandemic? Does COVID specifically impact patients with underlying heart diseases in a worse fashion? Does COVID impact the heart as much as it affects the lung and the other organs of the body? What are the precautions that somebody who's got underlying heart diseases or blood pressure or diabetes or lung diseases they need to take in order to mitigate the impact of the COVID infection on them? So what have we done in Sakra to make sure that our non-COVID patients do not suffer in any way? Our emergency is open 24/7. We have segregated areas for management of non-COVID patients and COVID patients. And the cath lab is open 24/7 and staffed 24/7. So if somebody comes in with chest pain, as it always has been, we keep our door to balloon time short. They get emergency angioplasties, whether it is a weekday, off hours, night time, or during the weekends or holidays. And that fundamental doesn't change even in the context of the COVID pandemic. This is very important because heart attack treatment saves lives, and we can't lose focus on this fundamental truth. It's the same for strokes or whether other respiratory emergencies or renal failure. So if you have any such issues, don't stay at home, access care. If you have a problem with finding transportation, call the hospital's emergency number and ask for ambulance. But make sure that you get to the hospital on time and get it treated on time. Now the other concern, how does COVID affect patients with heart diseases? It has been found uniformly across the globe that patients who are elderly, patients who have underlying heart diseases, they tend to do worse when they develop a COVID infection. Therefore, elderly and those who have underlying heart disease, it's all the more important that you follow social distancing and hygiene and other methods that have been advocated to prevent catching the corona infection. It is also imperative that youngsters in your house, people who are taking care of the elderly, they should be more careful about not picking up corona infection themselves, because if you pass it on to your elders or people who are sick and at home, then they suffer. They carry a high mortality. And you know that once a patient with a corona infection becomes severely ill, sick enough to get to the ICU or require respiratory supports, then the mortality, even in the best of centers in the world, is higher than 70%. Though the overall cohort of corona or COVID infection has a low mortality, those who are sick enough to land up in the ICU, they have a high mortality. And this is particularly true for patients who have underlying heart diseases. So it becomes a big responsibility for the youngsters at home not to go out, not to catch infection and bring it back home and pass it on to the elders. So you have to be very careful regarding that. Also, the COVID infection is known to mimic heart attacks. That means patients may come in with ECG changes which are classically like a heart attack, but when you do an angiogram, you might find out that it is normal. So it's not a heart attack, it's what we call myocarditis, an inflammation of the heart muscle because of the COVID infection. This carries a very high mortality and is challenging to manage. COVID infection causes a state of what is called hypercoagulability. It causes very easy clotting in the blood vessels of the body, both on the veins and the arteries. So it has been known to cause clotting in the lung arteries, in the leg arteries, in the tips of the hands, and similarly in the heart's arteries, also causing heart attacks. So we have evolved protocols to manage heart attacks in the background of the pandemic. So we risk stratify the probability of disease as low probability, high probability, proven COVID, etc. But irrespective of the probability of COVID, the patient gets the due care. I mean, if you have a low probability of a COVID and you have a heart attack, you get treated for the heart attack like you would always have it. If you have a high probability of COVID infection and there is a heart attack, you will still get treated for the heart attack like in normal circumstances. But we will take adequate precautions to make sure that everybody is protected and the patient is managed in a segregated area. Fortunately, we have not had to face a situation till now. We have not had even a single patient admitted in our hospital with the COVID infection until now. Though we have tested almost close to 100 people, all the samples have come back negative. So we have created a robust system to segregate, risk stratify, separate patients with COVID and non-COVID if they happen to be in the hospital. And we have an in-house testing that is available, which helps us to take adequate precautions right up front, so that patients who are COVID negative get due care without any barriers. So if there is any medical emergency, it is very important to get to the hospital on time without any fear of cross infections. How about patients with blood pressure? There were some initial reports that certain blood pressure medications would worsen the outcomes in patients with COVID infection, but those are found to be not true. So you have to continue your blood pressure and diabetic medications as always, and make sure that your diabetes and blood pressure are adequately controlled. A strong word of caution for people who are smokers: smoking aggravates COVID infection. So if you are a smoker, you have to stop, because smoking makes your lung vulnerable to COVID infection, and once infected, the lung tends to become really bad in smokers. So please take good care of yourself. If there is any medical emergency, get to the hospital emergency quickly, like you always have, so that the problem is picked up early and treated, and without fear of contracting the COVID infection in the hospital, because adequate measures have been taken to ensure that there are no cross infections.